Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are having a great Labor Day holiday weekend. If you're traveling, I hope you're traveling safely and enjoying some time with family, friends, both, or an activity or something like that. But I hope your holiday weekend is going well. We've had a great start to the semester, and so as we dive into Play 2 or Module 2, wanted to send out a quick video announcement to everybody with a couple of items. Talk about our first play, some housekeeping issues, and then our subject for Play 2. So, first things first, some housekeeping issues. Want to tell you all thank you. There has been some absolutely great introduction discussions and discussions with the first play. One of the things that you'll learn about me really quick is I highly encourage discussions in the course. That's one of the things that I help that I believe help everybody really learn and absorb the concepts behind what we're studying and what we're trying to find out the practical application to. So you were interacting with each other. There was a lot of opinions and back and forth, and so please keep up the great work when it comes to the discussions. I was very impressed. It was great reading your introduction discussions and getting to know all of you, but also the discussion one content for the course was absolutely outstanding. Secondly, apology from your professor, at least to a couple of you. There was a slight issue with quiz one. There were some answers that got mixed up. Your professor's human, and so that was corrected very early on. It only impacted, I think, one or two students, and I did reach out to you directly if you were impacted, but I made those corrections, and of course, you received full credit on those quiz questions with my deepest apologies. So again, my apologies. That has been corrected, and if there's any ever an issue like that moving forward, please feel free to reach out to me, and we will get that corrected. Mistakes happen. You got to own them. You got to fix them. That's one thing that I truly believe in. So. Like I said, excellent start to play one for the most part. Just a reminder, and I'm going to be repeating this for the first couple of weeks of the course. There will be a discussion, homework, and quiz for each section of the course as we move through it. I'll send out a video like this almost every week. There'll be a couple of weeks where, we'll have an extra, TED Talk or YouTube video or an activity. But for the most part, there will be some sort of activity just to kind of get out of the book and look at some current events or some articles or, lecture videos, things like that. But that's the standard cadence, as I like to call it, or the pathway to the course that we will follow. So as you're planning out your other studies, your other classes, I know we have some student athletes with us. As your jobs, your families, all of those things, just please make sure that you're planning your coursework accordingly, because for the most part, that will not change. As I mentioned, after the midterm, I'll back off some of the coursework just a little bit, just to give you more time to work on your final project. But that's the standard formula that we're going to be following here for the next 12 to 13 weeks or so. So just please keep that in mind as we move through the course. And if there's any barriers or challenges, I always say please feel free to reach out to me. So let's talk about Play 2 here for a second. And as we dive into Play 2, it's going to be about budgets. You got to make money, whether it's in a charity setting or if you're working for a client or if you own your own events business or if you work for an organization or a corporation. 99.9% of the time, you are going to be held to some type of budget and expected to turn a profit either for your company, yourself, or the charity you're working for, things like that. So, budgets are extremely important. Couple of notes that I want to point out as we move through the coursework in this chapter. I'm not looking for a 10,000 line item budget for the homework assignment or anything like that, but you'll be working on questions 1 and 2 in the textbook for your homework assignment this week. The first one is, I believe, college and universities. They want you to write a hypothetical budget for a tournament. It could be a football tournament, a basketball tournament, a golf tournament, the darts team, any team that's college a level that you can think of. I've even had students turn in things to back up the hypothetical use of a Yu-Gi-Oh or a Pokemon team. So be creative. All of these things in sports event management, we can toe the lines of sports and entertainment and all of those things. But when you're reading these examples and coming up with your hypothetical situations, big creative. Bigger is not always better. If you are going to run a football tournament, for example, with collegiate teams, that's going to be pretty expensive. Now, it could be high risk, high reward. You could make a lot of money with attendance and tickets and promotion and live streaming and TV rights and all of those things, and many tournaments such as basketball tournaments do that, invitational basketball tournaments. But you can also make a fair amount of profit with the with golf team, the darts team, the bowling team, things like that. So just use that as kind of your guide as you're navigating through writing your hypothetical budget for that event. The second homework question will ask about a hospital doing a Pro-Am tournament. For those who may not know, Pro-Am stands for professional amateur. It's most of the time used in a golf setting. There could be some other sports where you do a Pro-Am, but in this example, they are talking about a golf setting where a professional golfer is teamed up with an amateur, and almost overwhelmingly all of the time it's a charity component, or like an all-star game, or something like that. It's some sort of expedition or recreational activity. So when you come across that in the homework, if you don't know what a Pro-Am is, I just wanted to throw out kind of some examples of that. It'd be kind of cool to play even though I'm not a golfer, a round of golf with Tiger Woods for charity. That'd be a dream, and of course that would never happen, but some people it can. So when you're answering that question, think in that scope of, here are some ideas and some of the things that you would need to get a Pro-Am tournament off the ground. Course rental fees, player purse, etc. So again, more than happy to assist if you ever are stumbling on a homework or a discussion or anything like that and need some further guidance. That's why I'm here. And that's why I send out these quick little mini lecture videos to try to introduce you to the coursework and get those hypothetical brains, well, not hypothetical brain, but hypothetical situations that you're going to use for your homework examples. Bring them to light so you can understand them better. Last but not least, I got a couple of emails asking for some clarification about the paper test. And when you're moving through your readings, the paper test is going to come up in our textbook quite often. The author is a big believer in it. I believe sometimes leans on it a little too much, but I got some emails asking for clarification on what the paper test is and how to use it from a promotion and revenue, your environment standpoint, all of the steps of the paper test. So a quick little exercise, and this isn't graded or anything like that, but I always like to try to give little tidbits to everyone to see, kind of view the coursework a little bit differently than just reading the textbook. Here in just a second, I'm going to ask you either to pause this video or open up another tab while this video is playing, and I want you to do a quick Google search. Do a quick Google search of a local charity 5K. That's all you got to do in your area. If you're in Fort Wayne, or if you're in another part of the state or another part of the country like me, all you got to do is search for a local charity 5K, and bring up the website that that first pops up, and go through those search results. I want you to see how they're promoting that 5K, who their target market is, how much the registration fees are, and what is the overall impact of it. Like, say, is it a charity component? Is it a 5K for a cause? Is it just a recreational 5K for a run club to get together, or things like that? But I think that is the best, most narrowed down form that I could give. A generic example of the paper test is looking at a charity 5K website and going through each of the letters of PAPER, and using that as the litmus test for what is the ultimate goal of this charity 5K or 5K event. So, like I said, I recommend just quick pausing and doing that quick Google search, and navigating through those web pages just to see, who's our target audience, what are we trying to accomplish, how much revenue are we bringing in, and what environment is this, indoor, outdoor, things like that. So I hope that helps. Like I said, if you have any, hate to be so repetitive, but if you have any further questions on the paper test or anything in general, please let me know. I want everybody to keep up the great work that they're doing. Please, please, please keep up those fantastic discussions. Make sure to take your quizzes, and if you need anything, please reach out. Have a great and safe holiday weekend, and I'll talk to y'all real soon. Have a good one. Thank you.